using manual measurements to determine square footage and area. Okay, so with this method, you're going to have the most precise measurements that you can get. The increased precision that you get from this over some of the other methods is unparalleled. You're just not going to be able to enjoy the same level of granularity with the other methods that you can with this. Also, you don't need many tools for this depending on the size of the area. Now, if you're doing something inside the house, of course, you can just use a tape measure or a ruler or whatever. Outside, you might be able to use those same tools depending on how much space you're trying to measure, but as soon as you start sizing up from a small yard to the larger areas of, say, a few acres or even a few miles, you're probably going to need more tooling. But if you have the proper tools, this is number one. However, there are some downsides. You must have physical access to the area that you're measuring. Also, it is time intensive. It's going to take a little while, especially with the larger areas. You'll need to be walking around a little bit. Most things you can do by yourself, but you may need a buddy to help you if you need to speed things up. And you're going to be impacted by weather and conditions. If it's hot, cold, raining, windy, if it's too bright, if it's too dark, there's a hornet's nest, viper pit, flash flood. You get the point. All of these things and more can impact you obtaining measurements when using this method. And finally, if you're dealing with something that has some irregular shapes with it or some other complexity, that's going to really impact and impede you from being able to quickly get the measurements and be done with your work. You can still do it, but there's just going to be an inherent elevated time cost. For that reason, this is our first method, and it is a great method, but for our objective of something that's quick and easy to help you get some basic information so that you can buy and apply your grass seed, fertilizer, or insecticide and get to work, this is probably not the best solution for that. Good luck on your next project, and thanks for watching.